the son is heading home. But while he was still a long way off, his father saw him and was filled with compassion for him, and he ran to his son. He threw his arms around his son and he kissed him. And the son said to him, "Father, I've sinned against heaven and against you. I'm no longer worthy to be called your son." But the father said to his servants, "Quick, bring the best robe and put it on him. Put a ring on his finger and sandals on his feet. Bring the fattened calf and kill it. Let us have a feast and celebrate. For this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found." And so they began to celebrate. While he was still a long way off, the father saw him and ran to him. And this detail sometimes falls on deaf ears for people like us, because I run after my kids every single day. But in this time, a father of means with adult children who were ready to have an inheritance would not run. It wouldn't be dignified. It wouldn't be noble. But this father, and Jesus is telling this point to paint a picture. This father has been looking out at the horizon to see if his son who went off is going to be coming over the horizon. And he was looking, and he did see the son. And that father didn't care about dignity in that moment because his son was heading home. And so he picked up his robe and he started running towards the son. And before the son could even get into the speech, he threw his arms around him and he kissed him. And then the son went through his little speech. But then the father was like, "Look, you're home now. We get to celebrate now." And so it doesn't matter the weight or the depth of the failure that you're playing in your head. If you turn around and you start heading home, your Father in heaven is going to come running to you. And that's what Jesus wants us to understand, is that it's not about dignity in this moment. It's about the love that a father has for his children when a child comes from failure back home. The only thing you have to do to make your Father in heaven proud is come home and be embraced by him, and let him pick you up, and let him dust you off, and let him throw a party because you are now home, you're found, you were dead, you're now alive. That's what your Father wants from you. I promise you, if one of my kids gets lost and I see them come over the horizon, there won't be anybody that could stop me from running to my child, because Cohen rode his bike around the corner for the first time the other day. And when he came back down the hill, it was like I hadn't seen him in years. I will go running to you and embrace you. And I'm a fraction of the Father your Father in heaven is. I don't know what Father you had on earth, but your Father in heaven looks out for you and is watching to see if you who were lost can be found. And he tells this story last because this was the most despicable, scandalous situation. He's saying, look, even this, you have a Father in heaven who wants to come running to you.